What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and we are Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complication.
Well, we knocked the first game off the list of games that my wife wants to play in the collection.
Today, we're going to talk about Speakeasy Blues.
Speakeasy Blues is a game designed by Daryl Andrews Adrian Adamescu and published by Artana Games.
Let's go to the table for a brief overview of how this game is played.
Speakeasy Blues is a dice placement set collection game for 2 to 4 players, where the players are competing to make their speakeasy the most reputable establishment in town. This is the game set up on the table. We would take the favorite tokens, the hooch tokens, and the jazz tokens and place them in their designated spot on the board. And then we would take the money that we use throughout the game, place it off to the side in reach of all players. We would then take this deck of society cards and after giving it a good shuffle, place it in its location and reveal 4 off the top. And these represent people that will be visiting your speakeasy throughout the game. We would do the same thing with this deck of collection cards. And the collections represent items you can buy throughout the game. We got this deck of crime cards. And so this deck is made up of cops and members of 2 separate crime families. We would give it a good shuffle, place it in this spot. And then the last thing we would do is we would assemble the event cards. Now, the event deck rather. The event deck is made up of events that will happen throughout the game and contests that will give you in-game goals to shoot for. So to assemble the event deck, we would find this event, grand opening, and we would place it off to the side. And then we would separate the event cards and the contest cards, shuffle those separately, and then reveal 6 random event cards and 3 random contest cards. Put those together and shuffle them up. Then we would take the grand opener, put it on the top, and then we would place it in this spot. And then we will reveal the first 3 cards. So grand opening will be going off, in the first round of the game, but you can see what's coming up. Now, give you an idea, the event cards are something that's going on during that specific round. So let's go here. Look at this, Juice Joint Junkies. On your turn, you may spend 1 hooch to gain $2. This one, Quiet Night, nice and quiet. No event goes off. Or this one, Jailbreak. All players draw 3 crime cards and keep 1. And then here's an example of the contest cards. So this contest will come up, and this is an in-game goal you can shoot for. So whoever has the most hooch at the end of the game will get 4 victory points. This one, whoever has the most cops in their speakeasy will get 4 victory points. Whoever has World Series, whoever has the most sports figures from the society cards in their speakeasy will get 4 victory points at the end of the game. Each player will then get their own player board, which represents their speakeasy. They're going to get one of these discs, and they're going to use it to track their reputation throughout the game. So we put that on the 0 spot. They're also going to get one of these reference cards. Okay, put it in their play area. And then each player is going to randomly receive 2 speakeasy cards. And they're going to choose one and discard the other one, and that's what they're going to name their speakeasy. So let's take a look. I got the Kit Kat, and I got the New Stork Club. This one sounds swanky. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So we discard that one. At the bottom it shows the resources I would get at the beginning of the game. So I would get 1 hooch. I love these little tokens. $2. and 3 reputation. So I will move this up to the 3 spot. Then we will randomly choose a first player who's going to get this first player token. There are 10 dice in the game in 5 paired colors. Once the first player has been chosen, the first player is going to choose 3 of those pairs. So let's say he chooses these. Let's take these blue ones, and I'm going to take the gold ones. And then he's going to roll those dice. And once he rolls those dice, he's going to place those dice onto the game board based on the face on the die. And if there's any ones that can't be placed, he would take that die and re-roll it. So let's say I got 2 guns. Okay, that's pretty cool. All these can be placed. Once those 6 dice have been placed on the game board, the first player would take the last 4 dice and create the starting dice pool for the players. Now the game can begin. So Speakeasy Blue lasts 10 rounds, and each round the players are going to get 1 turn. And what they're going to do on their turn is they are going to pick 2 dice of the same color, roll them and add them to the existing die pool, and then pick 2 dice of the same color from the die pool and place them based on their die face on any available spot on the board. So let's say on my turn, I pick these 2 die and I add them to the die pool. And then I pick 2 die and place them on the board. Now, I have the option before choosing, I can spend $1 and re-roll all the dice. And I could do that once per turn. But let's say I choose these 2 die. So now I can place these die in any available spot. Now let's go over what these action spots do. If I have that die face, I can go up there, get a bottle of hooch. I can go here if it's available and get 2 bottles of hooch, but wherever you see that red symbol, I lose reputation by placing my die there. I can go over here and gain a society card, bring that from the face-up display, bringing them over to my Speakeasy. I can go here and purchase a collection card. So if I was to go here, first I would lose a reputation, but I would gain $1. But then let's say I decided to get this collection card, this horse, I would have to spend $3 and then place this into my Speakeasy. I can go here and get a jazz token, and these give me special abilities I can use later on in the game. So I can go here, grab this one. This one lets me change a die face and then gain $2. This one allows me to take that chosen action twice. So let's say I decide to go get hooch. I could turn this in. I get 2 hooch. I go here and get a crime card. I would draw 3, pick 1, discard the other 2, returning them to the bottom of the deck. Or I could gain a favor token by going here with this hand. And based on the event, I would get a certain amount of money. I would get, like if I went here, I would get this favor token and $3. Now the last thing I could do, and I could do with any face, is I can go here and throw a soiree. So when gaining a society card or a collection card or a crime card, they go immediately into your Speakeasy. You don't have them in your hand. There is no hand. So let's say I took the society action and I decided to bring Josephine Baker into my Speakeasy. Now I could place her into any one of these spots. Like these 2 spots are free, but here if I place a card here, that's going to cost $1. And then I can continue to place cards on top of each other. Here it will cost $2. So let's say I bring Josephine Baker here. Now let's say on a future turn, I decide to buy a collection. So I decide to spend $3. I buy this boat. Now I bring it into my speakeasy right here. Future turn, I get a society card. I decide to bring Babe Ruth. Now Babe Ruth, like the society cards, some give you an in-game bonus, some give you an immediate bonus. Babe Ruth gives me a new action. Like if ever I have the hooch die face, I could spin a hooch and activate this. So it gives me a new action to do. So instead of just getting one hooch, I can spin a hooch, get 3 bottles of hooch and $1. Thing is, where do I play? If I place them here, I gotta spend $1. If I could place them here, but then Josephine Baker's in-game bonus would not be relevant. You know, it's covered up now. So you only get the action of the top card. If I go here, I won't be able to get that collection bonus. So let's say I decide to go here. Okay, we put Babe Ruth there. Later turn, get Douglas Fairbanks. I spend that $1. I put him over here. He has an immediate bonus. I can spend $1 and get 3 reputation. So I spent the $1, place him there, spent the other $1, get 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3. Now, crime cards though are different. When crime cards come in, they come in face down. Now, and you put them like that. So let's say I do that. Since he has an immediate bonus, I don't care about. He doesn't do anything for me moving forward. So I put a crime boss card down, and the thing about the crime boss cards is like they affect other players. So like if I immediately, let's say he was down here and I immediately flipped him over, I could choose a player and they got to discard a crime card from their speakeasy. So pretty much put a hit out on somebody. This one, I could lose 2 reputation to make somebody to gain a society card. I mean a collection. So I done did some underhanded stuff to get a collection card into my speakeasy. Also, there are cop cards. So the cop cards, this would be a cop card. And if I have it face down and somebody tries to flip a gangster card to affect me, I can flip this guy over. It's like, nope. Cops are like, nope, can't do that. And that will stop their action towards me. Now, the other thing, let's say this is how my board looked. Later on in the game, I decided to do that soiree action. So the soiree, I would get money and reputation based on what's in my speakeasy. So right now, I would get 2 reputation and I would get $1 by throwing that soiree. Cops don't give me any reputation because, you know, they're the cops. But if he was face down, people don't know who he is, I would get another reputation. If I had this guy here, get minus reputation because, you know, they're the gangsters. So that's how you go about placing cards into your speakeasy. Once all players have taken their turn, we will remove the event that's going on in the first round and move over the next event card. And that event will take effect immediately. So this one, philanthropy. All players gain 2 reputation. And if you notice, the amount of money that the players will get for going after these favor tokens changes. Now the second round can begin. The game will continue like that until the last event card has been removed from the board. Then the game will end and the players will count up their final victory points. First, they will make sure any crime cards that are in their speakeasy are turned face up. And then for each favor token, they will find out who had the most of that particular token, and they will count up the ones on their crime cards and the token. Whoever had the most, well, like in a 3-player game, whoever had the most will get 10 points, second most will get 6 points, third most will get 2 points. Then they will count up the victory points on their reputation track. So right now, I'm sitting at 12 points. Then I would get a victory point for each of my collection cards. So I got 1, 2, 3 over there. Then I will see if there are any of the contest cards that I achieved. If I got the most of the saxophone, which I got 2 of those, I would get an extra 4 points. If I got the most money, I would get extra 4 points. Then we would check out any bonuses. So like Jack Dempsey here says, for each society card in my Speakeasy, I would get an extra point. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He would give me an extra 6 points. Charles Lindbergh gives me 2 points for each cop or cop token that I have in my Speakeasy. So I got this cop here and I got that cop token. So that's an extra 4 points. I would check out the bonuses on my collection. So, and they have to be uncovered. Like I said, if Jack Dempsey was over here, I wouldn't be able to activate that collection card. But over here, this says I would get, for every sailboat, I would get the victory points based on how much it costs. So here I got a 4 and a 3, so that gives me 7 points. This is the same thing, so this gives me another 7 points, so that's 14 points. I would get a point for every 2 bottles of hooch I have, so I got 4 bottles of hooch over there, so that would give me 2 points. And then I get a point for every $5 that I have. I got $7. That's a $5 right there. So that's gonna give me an extra point. And then once we finish counting up all the points, whoever has the most points is the winner of Speakeasy Blues. So let's not waste any time. Do you think the theme came through in this game?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I like the fact that they use actual people, you know, people that actually existed in this game. The society cards and all that.
Yes, but actually, I don't think that's really where the theme comes through.
Where?
Okay, so first of all, the hooch.
Well, yeah, you running a speakeasy.
Okay, but just the whole speakeasy theme. So basically, the prohibition was when the sale of alcohol in America was illegal, and so speakeasies were underground joints that served alcohol. So hooch was huge because hooch was homemade alcohol. But also, I think another hugely thematic element are the cops and the mafia. Actually, the mob became a thing during the Prohibition era. So bringing that element really increases the thematic elements of the game.
You know, I'm glad we called this channel Blackboard Gaming because you teaching some stuff right now.
Okay, so guilty as charged.
I mean, really, okay. I think the theme came through. Like I said, the fact that they had the crime families.
Yes.
And if you get a crime family in your speakeasy, they mess with other people.
Yes.
So I was afraid that you were going to not like that, take that element. But I don't think we even explored. We played 3 games of this, and you did not get any members of the crime family in your speakeasy at all.
Yes, I did.
You got that one. That was a starting resource.
Okay, so listen. You know how I'm cut.
I know. Okay. All right. People, if you guys ever play this game with her, you are not going to win the crime token, the favor token. She's going to have I'm sorry. You're not going to win the cop tokens. She's going to have every cop in her speakeasy.
What can I say?
I mean, that's just it, you know. But I like the thing. I think the theme comes through. I like the fact that we use the hooch to get the members of society to give us special powers or whatever, you know. So I like that.
Yes.
What do you think about the components?
I love the hooch. It is adorable. I like the dice. I like the colors. I like the icons. The only thing I didn't like about the dice was they had 2 shades of yellow.
Yeah, they were pretty close. The gold and the yellow,
yes.
they were pretty close, but not that close. You know.
They were close enough.
But I like the hooch. I like the components. I really like, let's jump right to the art. I love the art style of this game.
Yeah, the Art Deco, I like that style as well. It really, to me, is very evocative of that era. So that, yes, I like.
Yeah, I do like the art style. It was, a contrast to the colorful dice and all that. I
Yes.
love that.
Yes,
So, what do you think about the mechanics?
I like the mechanics. You have dice selection. I like
Yeah,
that.
dice drafting.
Yes, so I like that. You have tableau building. Really like that.
Yeah.
And you have an element of set collection. Like that part too.
Yeah, I like the little mechanics in this game.
Yes.
I like the fact that this game it's not a long game.
Nope.
It lasts 10 rounds and you're doing one thing. You're taking the dice, you're removing dice, then drafting dice from that dice pool and place it on the board. And that's it. But it's a lot of stuff you got to pay attention to in that 10 rounds. It's so many ways that you can score points. And I like the fact that when you're building your tableau, if you got that society person that gives you, like Josephine Baker, she gives you victory points at the end of the game. But if you cover her up with a Jack Dempsey or a Charlie Chaplin or whatever, you lose that.
Yeah, so the thing about the tableau building is once you place a card on top of another card, you lose that ability. So that made the game more challenging and more interesting.
Yeah, it did make you had to really pick your choices wisely.
Yes, it gave you more to think about when you were weighing your options.
Right. So with that said, what do you think about the teach?
So this game says for 14 and up, and I think that's appropriate.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Because like I said, you're running an illegal speakeasy, so you're thinking about the subject matter. But
Yes.
speakeasies were real back in the day. And the fact that they added actual historical figures or whatever, it could be kind of a history lesson.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
But I like the puzzle that this game provided. I like the puzzle. You could throw on some nice little Big Bang jazz in the background while you playing this game. I think this game is really cool. The only thing that might cause a challenge is this game has a lot of iconography.
Yes. To me, the iconography was a bit challenging. It takes some getting used to. We had to keep looking in the book to figure out what it was. So I think it takes a couple of playthroughs to really understand it. It's not necessarily intuitive or self-explanatory.
Yeah, but once we figured it out, we had fun.
Yes.
But we're going to have to play this again and actually use the crime families. I'm sorry, you're going to have to do it. Or I think this game plays, if we had a third player, it would play so much better because now there's more targets.
Well, not only that, you get to cycle through more of the cards. So I think that would change some dynamics as well.
Yeah. So overall, what did you think about Speakeasy Blues?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was not so entry level, but it wasn't overly complex either. I don't know. I just really struggle with take that in a game. But what I like about it is you could win without doing a lot of take that.
Yeah, because you keep having all them cops in your speakeasy. Man, I mean, she had all the cops in her speakeasy. So, okay. Anyway, that's how we feel about Speakeasy Blues. It's by the same guys that made Sagrada, which is another game we both enjoy. And I think this is a really great game. It's a keeper in the collection. So, yeah, if you haven't tried this game out, I suggest you check it out. If you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And there you have it. Speakeasy Blues. Try it out. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
We are Blackboard Gaming, and we will see you next time.